Alright, I'm gonna go talk to this guy, get a cool
love.
quest.
How cruel the fates that keep me from my heart's desire and force me to lock away my true feelings. Chains bind my heart, yet it yearns to beat free. Oh, what does an outlander know about the complexities of Dunmerry love? But you're only trying to help, and maybe I do need a simpler perspective. How does an outlander convince an overbearing mother that the object of their affection is worthy? Of course not. Tywin is a slave. My mother's slave. I tried to buy her freedom, but Mother laughed at the mere suggestion that I'd be allowed to sully our reputation with a noir bride. Perhaps an outlander's offer wouldn't rouse her suspicion. I don't expect you to pay, obviously. It's just that Mother might reveal what it would take for her to release Tywin if it was anyone but me asking. Knowing that might give me some idea of how to free my love. It couldn't hurt to ask, could it? Tell her you've heard Tywin excels at finding Red Star shells. Telvanni wizards prize them, and they're very rare. Most of the locals know that Tywin is the best at finding them. Mother loves to gloat. I couldn't bear gazing upon Tywin since Mother rebuked me, but now I can't wait to see her lovely face again. I'll be down at the swamp where she hunts shells. Come find me once you've finished dealing with Mother. She'll be at our tower.
No, don't go upstairs. No. On. Why do you want to jump on the computer first?
There's an urgent task for you.
Lazy vermin. If you want to eat this week, work.
Yes, mistress.
Well, get to it. Now!
Yes, mistress. Sorry, mistress.
What a bitch.
Pardon the mess. My slaves require another lesson concerning their work ethic, and their no-good overseer as well. I suppose I'll have to wield the lash myself today. Have my friends been gossiping about her again? You'd think there were no better topics of conversation. Yes, Tywin is my slave. She's no unshed Nixhound, but she's still a capable harvester. What do you want to know about her? Well, I need someone who can do that too, and I already have Tywin. Seems like you're out of luck. Baseless slander! Though I do tire of these ugly rumors surrounding my son. 3 red star shells. That's the smallest offer I'll entertain. A bargain.
Comrade, a word.
Oh, Tywin, where are you? What I'd give for just a glimpse. Well, did you speak to my mother? What did she say? Knowing her, it's something incredibly unreasonable. 3? 3? That's as many as Terwin manages to find in a month. And she's perfect. No, 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 no. If Mother found out, she'd never let Terwin go free. Not for any price. It's an unreasonable sum. But the fact that she asked for Red Star shells might work in our favor. I've been training a Nyx hound to help Terwin so she can spend more time with me instead of in that vile swamp. Aside from the Fetch a Fly incident, Nixie's got a solid track record. I'm certain she won't let us down. She's around here somewhere. Nyx hounds vanish when they're afraid, and Nixie's a bit skittish. She'll head off toward the water after I call her. Look around the shorelines, and you'll probably find her digging up shells. Just go where she points. Come on, Nixie, show yourself! There you are. Nixie, go find star shells. Show this nice person where they are.
They don't seem that hard to find.
Hey, what are you doing? Stop! Who are you? These are given lands, you know. Take any star shells from this beach and you'll have them to reckon with. He sent you here. To what, spy on me? To find I can't even find privacy out in this forsaken muck. Because this is the one place I'm permitted to go that he's too afraid to follow. Out here, I don't have to endure his constant fawning or pretend not to see him watching me out of the corner of my eye. Love! I'm a slave and he's my master, or as close as makes no difference. Wouldn't so much as smile in his direction if it didn't spare me the rod. Tell me why he has you gathering Red Star shells. What's he up to now? Gods, no. Fear of his mother's wrath is the only reason I can keep him at arm's length. If he's getting this bold, I have to get out of here. What Lonus wants for me isn't freedom. You really want to free me. Help me get away from these people. Faris keeps my servitude obligation hidden in a house. Steal it for me. I can forge his signature. It won't be perfect, but it should hold up well enough to get me out of Telvanni lands. I don't want to be bought. I want to be free. After all Faris and Lonus have taken from me, I don't want them to profit from my release. At least let me cost them.
going to move? I think that spot is clean. Farther you're gonna move. Splinter Cell. Why do you always jump up? All right now. 5 minutes. Trying to be sneaky.
Guard! Intruder!
Damn it.
Guard!
The guild has need of you, comrade.
Step light, stride.
See you're leaving the estate.
O ye buoyant onagers, the gloried days and triumphant nights, march on through a bloody fight. Sing proud sound roars,
That's probably a waste.
buoyant homagers, praise
You decided not to help me, didn't you? I knew I shouldn't have gotten my hopes up.
cause for fear.
You really did it. You... What's the catch? What do you expect for this?
Stand tall,
I don't know what to say. I was resigned to my fate before you showed up. Hardly seems real. Maybe it isn't. Not until I'm staring at the shores of the Somerset Isles. I'll need it. You didn't ask for anything, but I want you to have this. Just the gold I managed to hide away over the years, minus what I'll need for passage. Not payment, a gift. For a friend. Goodbye, and thank you so much.
Stand tall, spoil wars, O ye buoyant homagers. Best their warriors by the score. Take a bow and best a dozen.
Hey, get away from her! You will ruin everything!
Shut up, you slavering jackal. You see this? I'm free.
Tywin, I was supposed to free you. I was going to take your hand in marriage. It was going to be perfect. You ruined it!
Listen to me, you little swit. I'm not your plaything, never was and never will be. I'd sooner lie with the maggots than share your bed.
That can be arranged. When I tell Mother about this, you'll wish you'd never spurned me. You'll beg! You will beg!
That was liberating. Don't worry, I know these lands better than they ever will. Thanks
The
again.
guild has need of you, comrade.
Ah, it warms my scales to see you once more, my friend. I wish I could thank you for my freedom, but as you can see, it was short-lived. I see you still wear no shackles. Will you aid me once more? I know someone who needs help. In truth, you would be helping many Saxhleel, myself included. During my latest escape attempt, I met an amber beauty with eyes like summer rain. Her Lukial name is Sun in Shadow, but I call her my heart. She hatches a plan to set us free. Seek her out in Tel Naga. If I know my heart, she will be sunning herself in the light of some book. Always reading that one, always learning. If all goes to plan, She will read her books beside me in the boughs of a hist. Soon, I hope. Walk with Sithis, my friend, and mind the Telvanni. They spin lies like an elder at the yarn wheel. I ventured too far from the hist and did not heed the bird signs. Dark elf slavers spine-hooked me near Thorn. I escaped 4 times, but never for long. Eventually the Telvanni bought me, at a discount I am told. I take pride in that at least. Laws are slippery things. The Ebonheart Pact outlawed Argonian slavery, but House Telvanni refused to join the pact. In truth, I cannot imagine how they would live without slaves. The Magisters are like overstuffed crocodiles, dangerous, but lazy. I thank you for your offer, but I tire of breaking free only to be recaptured a day later. Sun in Shadow's plan will earn us a lasting freedom. If you help her, you help me. Mages mostly. Members of the so-called Great House Telvanni, one of the 4 great houses of the Dark Elves. They love using that word, great. Great at ruining lives, perhaps. Yes, and Khajiit also. You see, for a Telvanni, life is nothing but a cheap struggle for mastery and control. Mastery of their dry-skinned magics, control of their mushroom towers, and dominion over people. People like us.
Yes, can I help you, Suryo? Bless his eyes. Yes, I'm Sun in Shadow. Ioki told you I have a plan to earn our freedom, right? It will require finesse and discretion. I trust that I can count on you for both. To earn my freedom, I need the help of Magister Thurama. She's a recently elevated Telvanni Magister. Not so set in her ways as the others, and probably more likely to remember her early struggles. I know she wants something from Zane Tararis. I need to find out what it is, then get it for her. I'm afraid not. I traded in some favors to get a better idea of what she's seeking, but I learned very little. Apparently her mouth, Erevan Ontham, has some correspondence that might give us a clue. I need that letter. Oh, yes. House Telvanni has its warts, but it's a true meritocracy. With enough guile and cunning, even a lowly slave can sit on the council. I've studied spellcrafts before I could lift a broom. All I need now is the sponsorship of a magister. Thurana's been haranguing the council, trying to get their help in claiming Zane Tararis from House Redrin. She wants something in that shrine. I aim to get it for her. Her mouth, Erevan Ontham, has a letter that contains the clues we need. Be cautious in the council house, Sarah. House Telvanni is not just some beast you can slay. In this place, subtlety will serve you better than any shield. We have to play the game. Truthfully, it doesn't. Not yet. Telvanni plots take time to develop. If I demand Ioki's freedom too early, I show my hand. Suddenly, he's a valuable piece in the game, moved and sacrificed as the Magisters see fit. Do I sense a rebuke? It's not ideal, I know. Look, I treasure Ioki. He's placed his trust in me. I hope you'll do the same. It was during one of his many escape attempts. I was cleaning Master Otheri's tableware when Ioki burst through the kitchen door, dragging his chains behind him. He threw open the window and started to climb through it. Then he saw me. He hesitated. even smiled. You don't see Mars slaves smile much. Certainly not when they're being chased by Nyx hounds. They dragged him off and threw him in the dry box. He told me he'd spend a year in there if it meant seeing me again. There's an old alchemist's proverb. No reaction is ever so forceful as the mixing of opposing components. A mouthful, I know, but it fits. Ioki and I occupy different poles on the same spear. He keeps me grounded. I keep him safe.
And who might you be? Master Erevan is away on business. Has been for some time, in fact. I know a prowler when I see one. What do you want? No one just wanders into a council mouth's office looking around. I should report you. What are you really after? And do be honest, we've already wasted enough time here. Ah, the one about Zane Tiraris, is it? Well, I could call the guard and be about my day, but I am a Telvanni after all. We don't turn away an opportunity when it presents itself. Perhaps you could help me with a problem I've run into. It's a matter of literature, or lack thereof. I wrote a poem, you see, a cloying, drunken mess of a poem. The post delivered it to my darling Ethrandora just this morning. If you get it away from her, the letter is yours. She spends most of her time in the study, here in the council hall. She's very diligent, always leaning over one book or another. And the way she licks her thumb when she turns the pages. Sorry, you'll find her in the study, yes. She's such a pretty, dainty thing. Not at all like those other scrawny Aegon elves. Add a half bottle of Shane to a lusty heart and you wind up with some very poor decisions. The poem's terrible. Plus, if word got to my parents that I'd been courting a wood elf, I'd be written out of the will, repeatedly, with red ink. Then there's also the possibility of blackmail. Why do you think Ethrandora keeps it on her? She knows that if Master Erevan gets wind of this, he might dismiss me from his service. Clever minx. Working for a council mouth is a fine occupation, Fla. I can't risk losing it.
this person?
Are you mad? Get away from me!
God, why are all these people sending me on these damn quests to pickpocket and steal things all the freaking time here? Go poor. Oh, now you're suspicious. God damn it. What am I supposed to do now? Wasted thing here. Oh, now I can maybe, huh? Stop moving around.
Guess I need...
I hope this is good news.
Here you go, you dingus.
Well, did you get my poem? Quick, give it here! Phew, what a relief. All right, Fla, I'm going to burn this embarrassment. I sure hope I didn't leave Master Erevan's correspondence box unlocked. That would be careless in the extreme. Farewell. Good riddance to bad writing.
Well?
There you are. I was afraid you'd been compromised. Were you successful? Did Anthem have anything worth reading? May I? Ah, a saint's relic. Saint Films. Never heard of him. Says here, the Redoran wants it too. To squirrel away in some musteel, no doubt. We need to make sure Thorana gets it before they do. Looks like the shrine is locked, protected by some puzzle ward. Luckily, the letter provides some hints on how to break in. Solve the puzzle, grab the relic, then make haste to tell Borana. Thorana should be there. Offer her the relic on my behalf. Somewhere between certain and apprehensive. The Telvanni respect all clever schemes and love to barter. This little intrigue will prove my worth, I know it. Then again, she could just try to take the relic by force. Run? Telvanni magisters wield magics that put Julianos to shame. Of course. You're quite the hero in your own right. Hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Nope, you're gonna cause some problems if you jump down.
I need healing. The door is open. Open at last. Hee hee hee.
Oh, excellent. Another clumsy adventurer bumbles into my home. I really must put a hex on that lift. Have you come to rob me? That would go very poorly for you. Sun in Shadow. Oh yes, I know the lizard. An enterprising young mage, if memory serves. Don't look so surprised. Her magical abilities are the worst-kept secret in Sadrith Mora. What does she want? I hope you bring more than boring salutations. Do you now? Well, she's a clever one, isn't she? Even convinced you to do the work for her. Impressive. So, what does our scaled friend want in exchange for this relic? No. Give me a moment. I'm keen to guess. She wants her freedom, right? Oh, good. I was afraid she'd do something boring with her freedom, like run off into the marsh to worship trees or some such. Sun in Shadow shall have my endorsement. I'll give you a writ. Deliver it to my mouth, Erevan. He'll know what to do. Should be sufficient. Now, take that writ and be off. I have a relic to study.
Do you need something? I'm rather busy at the moment. Oh? Let me see that. Submit to council. Argonian slave freed. Services to House Telvanni. Well. I've always known Sun in Shadow to be ambitious, but this is quite the master stroke. I shall take this to the council and send for her. Feel free to wait in the council chamber. We will rule on this matter soon. One other thing. Some of my personal correspondence went missing recently. If that ever happens again, the Morag Tong will hear of it. I trust we understand each other. I'll give this to the council.
I've imagined this moment since I was a hatchling. I knew I'd be free eventually, but now that the moment's here, I just hope I don't embarrass myself. They'll deliberate, needle each other a bit, then set me free. I only hope that they'll take me on as a hireling as well. I'll even get my own quarters. Can you imagine that? Not only my own room, a whole house to myself. My heart is racing. Yes, of course. I mean, eventually. We can talk about that later. Just let me bask in this moment, all right? Truly, couldn't have done this without you and Ioki. A plan is only as useful as the people who carry it out. You have my deepest thanks, Sarah. Now, I suppose it's time.
Well, well. What brings a slave to our audience chamber?
I bring tidings from my august patron, Magister Thorana. She would have your masters know that this slave, Sun in Shadow, has earned her favor.
What? Magister Thorana would lend her good name to this thing? Preposterous.
Relasa, don't be as tiresome as your master.
Can we move this along, please?
Very well. Magister Thorana, by right of rank, demands that the slave girl, Sun in Shadow, be freed from her bonds and raised up to a hireling of the great House Telvanni. She belongs to Magister Otheri, does she not?
Indeed. My most beneficent patron, Magister Otheri, acquiesces to Magister Thorana's demands. He is confident that Thorana will remember this kindness in the future. Sun and Shadow, you are hereby freed and lifted up to the rank of hireling.
My most majestic patron, Magister Gothrin, warns you all. Lift up one of these beasts, and 1,000 more will follow. This is folly.
If there's nothing else, I have urgent business in Telmora.
You've done well, girl. Do come by in a day or so. I may have some work for you.
Hist bless you, my friend. Sun in Shadow's tail quivers with joy, and her heart leaps over the moons. I have never seen her so happy. At last, she can roam free and read her books in peace. I erect the spine of gratitude. Yes, I garden like a caterpillar, one leaf at a time. Even so, I accomplish more in one day than these dark elves do in a week. But my words wander. I bring news from my heart. She wishes to see you in her new dwelling place. Indirectly, my Sun in Shadow leaves nothing to chance. She must climb to a higher branch on the Telvanni tree, one she calls Retainer. Once she claims this title, she will set me free. So I plant myself like a sapling and wait.
Welcome, Sarah. Sorry about the mess. Believe it or not, this place feels like a palace compared to my old slave quarters. With any luck, I won't stay here long. I've hatched a plan that might catapult me to the rank of House Retainer. I'm glad you asked. Retrieving scrolls and relics, gathering up roots and mushrooms. That's what the Magisters expect from hirelings. Trust me when I say nothing stunts advancement like doing the expected. Real estate. Surprised? Good. Master Firith's been making secret inquiries, looking for land near Voss. Ioki knows a farmer who may be willing to sell his plot. If I purchase the deed and give it to Firith, he might sponsor my next promotion. I know I could count on you. Here's the gold. I'll not pay a drake more than what's in that pouch. Mostly because I don't have a drake more than what's in that pouch. Ioki can provide more details, or you can just ask around Voss yourself. Fantastic! I bought new clothes, see? And no more sharing a room with 8 other people. This space belongs to me. It's mine. Best of all, I can stop hiding. I don't have to tuck my tomes under blankets or hide scrolls in my bodice. I can just be. Of course, everyone works for the Magisters in one way or another. Hirelings occupy the lowest rung on the ladder. Aside from slaves, of course. But we can earn a wage and study in peace. We can even refuse a task if we wish. It's remarkable. I enjoyed more freedom than most, it's true. Most of the Marshborn slaves hated me for it. Called me Smokescale, Elfheart, and much, much worse. But that's all behind me now. I won. I harnessed my ambition. Served my masters with loyalty and discretion and earned my freedom. They whine like belly-sick wars and rot in chains. It doesn't get any clearer than that. From what I gather, he wants to build a new tower there. I've no idea why. Mistress Dratha essentially owns Voss, and I can tell you she does not welcome intruders. If I was mad enough to antagonize one of the Magisters, it would not be Dratha. I only need him to survive long enough to sponsor me. He won't break ground on his tower anytime soon. Plus, there's a rumor that Dratha suffers from some mysterious illness. It could be Firith's doing. You never can tell with the Telvanni. I told you before, these things take time. I can't simply buy him because hirelings aren't allowed to own slaves, and I can't just set him free without jeopardizing my position in the house. This requires patience and an overabundance of caution. Archmagister Otheri. None of the other Magisters would have him. Too many escape attempts. Then there's the matter of magical aptitude. The Telvanni abhor hist magic, and make him wear suppression manacles all the time, even when he sleeps. Doubtful. Hist magic doesn't operate by the same rules as Telvanni spellcraft. I think that's why the Magisters hate it so much. I can't say for certain, but I doubt there's anything in Ioki's repertoire that could get him out of Sadrith Mora.
Comrade, a word.
I suppose I could use...
Greetings. We must speak quickly. The overseers grow nosy and suspicious. I do. Otheri banished me to those farms for a time. I spent 30 days in the dry box and heard many things. A salt rice farmer named Barris Rendo grumbled like a sick crocodile. His wife called Voss a backwater sty. He would sell. Why do you ask? She gave you gold? I thought... My heart told me that she gathered coin to purchase my freedom. She probably seeks to parlay this into an even greater sum. I trust her judgment, even if I do not fully understand it. Good luck, my friend.
So much to do.
Oh, you hear the Nern. Never pass up a good Nern route. What's up?
Ah, another adventurer. If you've come looking for salt rice, you'll have better luck in the market. A slim harvest, you know, and we're a bit short-handed at the moment. My son, Sathan, has gone missing, you see. You haven't run into him, have you? Wouldn't I? I gave up work as a financier in Balmora for a chance at the simple life. I love it here. But my wife, she struggles with the agrarian life. We'd jump at the chance to leave, believe me. But not before finding our boy. Yes, in an instant. Like I said, Nineveh's practically packed her bags already. If you bring back our boy, we'll sell. Sathan's always been a thrill-seeker. Probably got lost in that Daedric ruin, Esutanimus. You'll find it just east of here. It's called Esutanimus. Sathan's taken an interest in Daedric history. A waste of time if you ask me, but I do admire his enthusiasm. We spoke about the shrine just a few days before he vanished. Apparently it venerates that monster, Molag Bal. I don't go anywhere near that place. We've got enough troubles here. Lean harvests, clumsy Telvanni wizards, my wife hen pecking me to death. No, I'll not invite some plague from the House of Troubles as well. Thank you, Seryo. Be careful, and 3 protect you.
Oh shit. Oh! Thought it was a book.
Where is it? Where is she? Not again!
What? Not expecting that one. Alright.
Hey, over here! Someone without wings and razor-sharp teeth. There's a sight for sore eyes. That's me, Sathan Rendo, explorer extraordinaire. My parents are worried. Typical.
My mother barely trusts me to push a broom, let alone investigate a ruin. Of course, things could be better. I've attracted the attention of some winged twilights. Every time I try to make my escape, they swoop down on my head. Not to hurt me, mind you. They just sort of tussle my hair with their claws and push me back into the ruins, cooing all the while. I think they see me as some kind of pet. A daring escape! You'll have to slay them, eh? Pity. Of course, I did see them tear an Ashlander apart as he wandered by, so I won't shed too many tears. I'll make a run for it. We can meet up west of here towards Voss. Be careful! The Matriarch is coming! Be careful! I'll run straight back to Voss! You came after me? You're getting as bad as Mother. I'm not a child.
Believe me, I'd rather be bagging our crop. But you know how your mother is. She won't give me a moment's peace.
Fine. I just need a breather.
There you are. Sorry to check up on you. I knew you had the situation well in hand, but Nineveh practically kicked me out. Said not to come back without Sathan. I'm glad I won't be going back empty-handed. Attracted the attentions? Never mind. I don't want to know. I'll miss this place, but Vec knows I'm not much of a farmer. I'm just glad I got to thank you in person. Your partner, Myrtis, already paid me for the deed to the property. What? Oh dear. The fellow was very convincing. Caught me right before I set out to find Sathan. He wasn't much of a conversationalist, just paid me a hefty sum of gold and snatched up the deed. He set out toward Voss once we finished the sale.
Some kind of trickery is happening here. It says I've done like all the main story quests, but still find a bunch of other ones. You know, if you click on this zone guide and explore zone, it'll just keep helping you find stuff, right?
Here's the deed, Lady Jerissa. Well, if it isn't my favorite
Deal
loose
with any
end,
loose end.
time to tie it off.
The guy's weird. I don't know what you mean. I'm not. Where is Mora? That's what I'm doing now, right? Believe. I mean, I guess there's not a whole lot happening in this quest. Alright, I want to go back down. Oh, I already am. I mean, it seems like she's kind of not caring too much about the other guy that tried to help her and just kind of rank up her status in the house. I suppose. I don't know.
Here and now.
The Red Mountain? Oh.
Damn it. Finally have chicken. I need some yeast. Where are the yeast lords?
So, you're the one that saved the queen, eh?
Where's Bronco?
Order, Denis, Denata.
Uh-oh. That's a dangerous amount of stamina there.
Pojara, Denis, Denata.
Well. Okay, yeah. Same here. Same here, yeah. Oh, what am I doing? I don't know why I made a poo-poo potion there.
If you're looking for suggestions.
Messed up. Classic. Who's Paul? I don't know him. You can call me Dave. Motherfucker. Let's enchant some boots. Oh, I could be safe and weak, or dangerous and strong. Oh. Dude, I would love to. Get on. Get on here. Crazy ass. I mean, look, training. Oh, no. When I level up to 32, then I'll have training boots. I'm done fucking around. I want to level up. Oh, crafting ridge time. Beep 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 beep. Yeah, well, it's possible. But probably not. My luck, you'll say you're gonna get on and then you'll take 2 hours to get on and then I'll get off in 5 minutes. But that's 2 hours and 5 minutes from now. I did math for you, buddy. Oh, Robe of Ambition. I can't believe they put that in the game. That's very ambitious of them. And you'll never see him again. Alright, what? Okay, I need to make 2 maple bows and 1 maple shield. Let's make it Nord style. Oh, no. Before I do all that, let's just see. Close accent. Dwarven helm, dwarven dagger, dwarven pauldrons. I forgot what it was. Dagger, helmet, pauldron. I don't have enough. I guess I should have checked that. Damn it. Alright, well, let's... Clothing. Full leather helmet, arm crops. Only have 10. Can't do that either. That's what I get for ranking up all my shit here. It's harder to do these writs. Oh.
How's Halalu? Jeez, come on. How many styles of armor is there?
Nothing.
All this. Eight. Nice guess. I don't know if that's correct. $32. That sounds realistic. Blessings. Yamming up.